They can increase your chance of muscle wasting, neurological deficits like peripheral neuropathy, cognitive impairment, heart failure, cancer, depression, pancreatitis, type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance. Okay, so I've been ranting and raving for the last few posts how dangerous statin drugs are. They can increase your chance of muscle wasting, neurological deficits like peripheral neuropathy, cognitive impairment, heart failure, cancer, depression, pancreatitis, type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance. All of that's published. I didn't make that up. It's all published. You can go find it. So the idea behind doctors is they think that the benefits of these drugs outweigh those risks. I maintain there's not even closer because there's no benefit to the drugs. They don't work as advertised. Let me give you an example, and this is published data. Let's say you got 200 people, and they all have very high LDL levels. LDL is supposed to be the bad cholesterol that causes plaque development, heart disease. It doesn't, and I'll explain that later. But anyhow, 200 people, they all have high LDL cholesterols. You split that group in half. 100, you lower their LDL cholesterols with a drug, with a statin drug. The other group, you don't do anything to them. You don't have them exercise, you don't have them change their diet, you don't deal with stress, et cetera, just leave them alone with their high cholesterol. At the end of 5 years, here's what happens. In the group where you did nothing, 3 of them, 3 out of the 100, have died from either coronary artery disease or a stroke. 3 out of the 100. In the group that got the drug, remember all 100 of them got this drug now, out of that group, 2 of them died in 5 years from either cardiovascular disease or stroke. Now, this is interesting because we get into the difference between relative risk and absolute risk. So what pharma does, they love relative risk. So they're going to say, see, over here we have 3 people die that weren't taking our drugs, and over here we only have 2 people die that were taking our drugs. Wow, 3 is 50% more than 2. So that means that these drugs save 50% more people. That's obviously bogus, because what that means is in the non-treated group, 3 died. In the treated group, 2 died. So if you cancel those 2 out, that means that the only 1 out of 100 people would have benefited from taking those drugs. That's called absolute risk. So when you look at the absolute risk, you have to give 99 people a toxic drug that can cause all kinds of problems and diseases every day for the rest of their life in order to save the life of 1 person. I will maintain to you that's a drug that has no benefit at all. In the next post, I'm going to explain why it has no benefit.